So they constantly drill this into our head in YouTube videos, all over the place. They keep telling us women that they don't care about our education or whether we have a good job or whether we make any money, because that's just not anything that concerns them. In fact, they probably rather keep us barefoot and pregnant or spending our time doting on them, cleaning the house, and doing things for them and taking care of the children.
Post-wall woman explains why men should care about a woman's job or education. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. In this video, an older woman explains why men should care about a woman's job or education. And we're gonna break down why we respectfully disagree with her. Now it's time for us to dive into this and do what we have to do. Because we men and we. We men and we.
Hi, it's Randy. How are you guys doing? I wanted to make a video about something that's been bothering me for a super long time, and I really haven't talked about it. And that is about how men choose partners, and in their choosing, they do not care. They absolutely do not give a shit about whether or not the woman has a career, has an education, or has any wage earning ability or potential.
The first lesson that you need to learn when it comes to dating is that attraction is not a choice. I repeat, attraction is not a choice. This goes both ways for men and women, okay? For us men, your degree, your job, and how much money you make doesn't make you more attractive in our eyes. We've made a video about a 15-year-old girl that gets flooded with DMs.
Just thought I would say you're perfect. Like, holy, you're super pretty and seem to have great vibes. So if you get this, I really like. How would someone like myself go about getting the attention of a girl as pretty as you? Hey, you so pretty. Not with an R, with a W. Honestly, you are very attractive and looks super kind. Hope you have a good day. But I just want to say you're amazingly attractive. Oh, I'm amazingly attractive? Yo, I saw you on my For You page and thought you was mad pretty. What is up with guys saying mad? Like, I just don't. Mad pretty. Mad.
This girl makes TikTok videos and posts Instagram pictures. And she's an average looking girl. Keyword, girl. This is a 15-year-old girl. However, men are naturally attracted to younger women.
I only date wealthy guys. Only. And some of my friends judge me. They say I'm too picky. I want to settle down one day, but at this point, you gotta have the ching ching. So should I lower my standards?
Well, what do you have to offer? How old are you?
I am 38 years old. When people ask me, what do I bring to the table? I say, I am the table.
This is a 38-year-old woman that only dates wealthy guys. Wealthy guys, men that are in the top 10% earning bracket. She says that she's the table. First off, women that say that they are the table is foolishness. It's like asking, what do you bring to the North Pole? I am the North Pole. It's about what you bring to the relationship. A wealthy man will most likely have the option to date a woman 10 to 15 years younger than you. Now here's the kicker.
You're shaking your head.
I want a grown-up answer.
Okay.
What do you do for a career?
Oh, well, I am the Glam Ambassador of Newark. I wrote a book called 100 Things to Do in Newark Before You Die. And I'm marketing manager for Newark Arts.
For Newark what?
Newark Arts. It's the Arts Council in Newark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you've heard what she's doing, did she become more attractive? Did you go from a 5 to a 6? Let's take it a step further.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so you're bringing something to the table?
Absolutely.
Now, how wealthy is wealthy?
I would say high six figures.
A high six figure.
A year.
She makes 6 figures a year. Is she more attractive now? No, she's not. Men always dated down. We always took care of a woman. If she would lose some weight, she would go up a point.
In fact, they probably rather keep us barefoot and pregnant or spending our time doting on them, cleaning the house, and doing things for them and taking care of the children.
This is the problem with modern women. Their attitude, the way they think. When I was still going back and forth with women, I used to tell them, you have to give a man something What's the use of having you as my girlfriend if you're not beneficial to my life? Being a housewife is slavery. Catering to your man is slavery. But you do not want to swap roles. You don't want to be the breadwinner. You don't want to be the protector. You don't want to lead. Matter of fact, I let her explain what happened to the last guy she was dating.
As you could probably guess from my recent videos, I would say overall he's too passive for me. And I'm not attracted to passiveness in a man, because I'm not going to take that aggressive role. I don't feel comfortable with it, and I also don't feel it's natural for me. So too many things were left up to me, and I decided that I was going to tell him that he's too passive, and that since he wants to leave everything up to me, I just warned him I'm not going to do that anymore. I've been kind of floating. I've been orchestrating and keeping things going, I feel. And I was going to stop and then see if he took over the reins, you know, if he took the bull by the horn. But I guess he didn't like me calling him passive, and I guess he doesn't like taking the bull by the horn, so he just dropped off, which is fine, because that tells me, you know, he's not the kind of guy I want him to be, and he's not going to change, and I guess I can't expect anybody to change. I don't want anybody to change, but it took me, you know, that long to figure out that that's the kind of guy he is, and we're just not compatible. And there's a couple other things that I don't want to say that like were turn-offs to me.
He wants to passive. I don't like to be the aggressor. I don't like that role. You see, with all that education and money, you don't want to pay for dates. You have women that are managers, have jobs in leading positions, but when it comes to dating, I don't want to be the aggressor. He's too passive. The foolishness. This is what we mean when we ask you, what do you bring to the table?
Okay, that's fine when you're young. But then when that happens, when they go ahead and have a woman that is at home taking care of their kids and doesn't have an education, doesn't have any wage earning ability, what they're not thinking about is what's going to happen when those kids grow up and go to college. Well, first of all, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to have a midlife crisis. And when you have a midlife crisis, you're going to act out. And if you act out bad enough in your relationship, you're going to cheat. And when you cheat, your wife is going to divorce you. And when she divorces you, she's going to get half of all the assets. And then you're going to complain. Why? Because you're going to say, I made all that money. She didn't make that money. She doesn't deserve it. Well, the current laws say that she does.
The foolishness! This is when it becomes obvious that she's presenting her argument from a female perspective. And that's not a problem. However, when you do that, you have to be careful not to hurt yourself with your own arguments. And she will very soon. Stay focused.
If you're married for 10 years or more, at least in my state, the woman is going to get half of what you have, whether or not you were both earning money or whether you were the only one earning money. Therefore, if you think about it, it would have done you much better if you had married someone who had an education, who also made money, and who was able to pull her own weight financially in the relationship. Because then when you cheated on her, then she asked for the divorce. When you split the money, there'd be a lot more there to split. Now, wouldn't there?
When a man cheats on his wife and she divorces him, I can't blame her for that. The laws are here to protect women. Back in the days, women didn't have the options that they have today. I have no problem with supporting my ex-wife and children when it's justified. She keeps talking about the man cheating, but here is when she shoots herself in her own foot.
And what happens? Well, I have an example that I just found out from one man. He's 52. He got a divorce from his wife, not because of cheating. Apparently, she was cheating on him. Okay. That was unexpected, but it does happen. Unfortunate for him, he did have to split all of his assets, and he's now 52.
How much proof do you need? This man gets cheated on and he still loses half of his assets. And the reaction is,
That was unexpected.
that's unexpected. Not in modern day society. Women cheat just as much as men. If not, probably even more. So her argument of dating women that are educated and have a job is based on a man not losing much money when he cheats on his wife. And her example proves that it doesn't matter if you cheat or not. These laws are not in your favor. Her argument should be not to get married at all. Divorce rates are at an all-time high and women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces. Getting married in Western society is foolishness. Now I'm going to give you something to think about.
And then you didn't realize that when you cheated on her, she was going to leave you, and then you were going to lose half of your assets. Okay, you're bad. So anyway, let's move on. It's after the divorce now. You'd think you would have learned your lesson, but no, you don't, because you continue to have the same mentality that you had originally. You still choose women to date, to live with, and to possibly marry that don't have an education, do not have a job, do not have a career, and don't have any wage earning potential. So you do the same thing again.
This video has officially been highlighted.